an effort to help you post things more successfully. Now, the first and only thing, perhaps, that is the most important part of TikTok can be related in the same thing, respect with life in general. This one thing, if you have it in life, you'll be successful. You'll get what you want. And that's discipline. And that's a word that's not really thrown around too much because it's not a difficult word to understand or to do. But there's exactly that. That's what you need to be successful in that TikTok thing. Let me explain. There was a movie called Ocean's 11, 12, 13, right? I don't remember which. I think it was the 12th one where they rigged the slot machines so they could win. I think it was 13 because it was, what's his name? Al Pacino was in it. So they rigged this guy's slot machines, and the way to rig the slot machine is like the guy comes in, from the back, and he does all the mechanism shit. But the person that's gonna win has to put a certain amount of coins in a certain order. So you'll have 2 coins, wait 2 seconds, 1 coin, wait 3 seconds, 3 more coins, wait 2. And it's like a 12, 13 step thing before it's like a safe combination, but instead of 3 numbers, there's 12. So TikTok posting is exactly like that. It is a series of hoops that you have to jump through in order for you to get a successful video. Now, let me just tell you that there's exceptions to everything. And this is not absolute, but neither is you surviving the rest of this video, Am I sure? No. Do I have enough evidence to prove my case? Yeah. Do I have enough evidence to disprove my case? Yeah. But I think the best thing is that there's exceptions, but for the most part, what I'm about to tell you should help you, if not every time, at least most of the time. Creators out there on YouTube that give full tutorials on TikTok, and they have backups with they do accounts. They're like, here, I'm going to do an account. I'm going to, implement my method, and we'll see what happens, I'm not going to do that shit. I don't need to prove shit to you because I don't know you. And even if I did, I still don't need to prove shit to you. Should you believe me? If you want, you're a grown-ass man or woman or alien, whatever the fuck is watching this. Well, the reason I'm sharing this with you is because it worked for me. So I wouldn't be taking the time out of my day to go post this for you if I didn't think that it was valuable and that it was going to do some good. I don't need views. I don't give a shit about views. I just opened up 2 TikTok accounts in 2 days, and I'm over 10,000 on one with the help of a friend, and the second one is creeping up. So I'm right back in. It's fine. 200,000. Let me tell you about this, and then I'll tell you how I'm going to try to achieve that, because I don't know. I might be jinxing myself right now, but I doubt it. Yeah. The first thing you have to do, get yourself a selfie ring light. I'm just kidding. It doesn't matter. I don't even have one. So here's what I mean. There's a certain way you have to post videos to get maximum exposure. And the more I think about it, the more I can confidently say that overnight, I can make a new account, get up to 100,000 views. Easy. 20,000 followers. Now, maybe that's not talking a lot. Maybe there's somebody that could do 1 million in a night. But that's just because they know this method better than I do. Because they've been doing it longer. I've only been doing it since June. It's like 6 months, 7 months. It's tricky. And it took me a while to figure it out, but I got it. I think. We'll see. Time will tell. Basically, it's like this. The TikTok is an algorithm, which is a AI, or learning computer, that has a main function, much like all computers. At the end of the day, there is one main program. Usually it's on, and then their task. So a coffee maker makes coffee, or boils water, whatever. A tea kettle boils water, that's it. An espresso machine grinds the beans, puts them in the garbage, but its primary objective is to make coffee. Now, TikToks prime objective is to keep users on the platform for as long as possible. That's it. Every single user that logs on, the algorithm will do whatever it can to make sure that you stay on that platform for as long as possible. What does that mean? Well, that's up to the computer. Now the computer will design smaller run programs, small experiments, tasks that will ensure that for every viewer at the best possible way. So if TikTok had its way, everybody would be on TikTok all day long. Obviously that's not possible, so it does the best it can. Now when a coffee maker has enough beans to fill the little dumpster that it has, and it can't fill anymore, it'll send you a message, fill beans. And it won't make any more coffee. So it will stop its primary function in order for you to do something, in order for it to continue. Because it cannot continue should you not empty the beans. Could it really? Could it force it in there? Probably. But then I might be breaking it. It's against the rules. Same thing here. So there's things that you can do that will make the algorithm or the program not put you on people's FYP. There's things that you can do that will make the program not give you circulation with your videos. And that has nothing to do with content. You could have a banging video and it won't get any views. And you're like, why? How many times have you scrolled through TikTok and you're like, how the fuck does this person have 600,000 followers? And I'm putting out gold over here and I'm getting nothing. Because you are filling the beans and the algorithm needs you to empty the beans for it to continue. But your main objective is to fool this algorithm. Because if you did what the algorithm wanted, again, everybody would be on TikTok all the time. You need to make it so the algorithm wants you to come on TikTok, but you don't. So it does whatever it can to get the beans down to the dumpster. You know what I mean? I'll elaborate in a second. What does that mean? Well, let's start with content. First of all, you have to pick a niche, whatever the fuck you call it. It's something that you want to post about. I want to post about life coaching. I want to post about soccer. I want to post about spearfishing. Whatever it is that you want to do, pick it. And it doesn't have to be very specific. It could be general, but always have your videos going towards that goal. 1. 2, it can't be sloppy. Some creators will tell you you have to post 6-7 times a day. Maybe that'll work, but that'll put you in the cycle that I was in before, which I'm going to talk about in a second. I think that once a day is enough. Make sure if you're going to do 6 times a day, take the time that you would take to post those 6 posts and work on 1 post. Download CapCut, download InShot. They're both free apps. You could video edit whatever you want. TikTok has got a bunch of edits on it, although that's the other thing I don't recommend, is you don't make your TikTok videos on TikTok. You make them outside of TikTok, and then you upload them, because then you'll forget the text, and then you'll have to go back and you have to adjust clips. It's really annoying, and a lot of times it's discouraging, and you don't want to do it anymore. I shoot from the hip, just like right now, just like always. I just, whatever I think, boop, I pull my phone out and I go. I'm trying to use YouTube as a platform to not do that and actually write out some scenarios, maybe an outline, and concise my messages more, because I get lost in my own train of thought and I end up in Albuquerque when I should have been in New Mexico. So basically, you have to have a niche, you have to have a certain goal that you're going towards, and don't put filler things, episodes, segments, anything. No fillers. You don't need fillers, because what fillers do to the app, well, let's explain what the app does first. What the app does is it gives you what you want. What do you want? You want to wake up with 27,000 notifications that you get new followers. You know, with all the things on the bottom all red and shit, with all these high numbers. That's what everyone wants. Essentially, it's like a casino, and now that you get paid for it after 10,000, it is a casino. It's basically a casino, but it's a casino that you can cheat, because if you know the rules, So everyone wants that. Everyone wants to get follows. Even the people, maybe just the people that don't make any content and just watch. They just like watching because for entertainment. But the ones that are engaged in it, the ones that are trying to get follows and can, which is most of us. The reason is because you are doing something to let the algorithm know that you're already addicted. So if you're, say for instance, you make a good post and it goes viral, like my friend Kikachu did. She made a post with Siren Head, it had 5 million views. you'll notice that the post, like 2 or 3 posts before and 2 or 3 posts after the one that goes viral, also has boosted views. Why? Well, because people see that, post, and then they click on your profile, and then they go up or down one. So if the content around that post that went viral is shit because you were just posting, that's going to discourage them from continuing and maybe even hitting your follow button. Now, this is like numbers amplified by a lot. This is thousands and thousands of people. So obviously, to think that way, you have to concise it into like 10. So if 10 people looked at your post, your other 2 posts were shit, 1 or maybe 2 of them would hit follow, maybe none of them, So you have to have those fillers eliminated. Just don't need them. And the same thing goes for micro in your videos. Like you have fillers when you go, a lot of creators, what they do is they stop and they pause and they stop. Because that breath that you take between words is a long time, because if you take that breath off the camera and then you turn it on, you're already giving back information. You take in information way quicker than you can give it out. So that you can listen to me talking. I could talk really, really fast. You'll still understand it, but it's hard for me to get it out so fast. I have to practice. Okay, so then make sure that your posts are nice, trimmed. Even if it's on TikTok, if you make it on TikTok, fine, but just like do it a couple of times. Like when I do it, when I first started, I used to do all my posts with one shot. Like it would be the 1 minute, and it would be 1 minute clip. I would never hit pause. I would just go, and I would do the post like 10 or 12 times because I kept screwing up, and then finally I would get it perfect. But I realized that you could stop it. You could listen to your post up to where you finished, then go back. And that's the one way you can go back when you don't have to change anything, And then what you have to do is after you make a post, so you have your post, you're ready to go, you hit it. Hashtags, I think, are absolutely necessary. Yes, there are videos. Yes, there are exceptions. I don't know what the exceptions are with the hashtags. I honestly don't. But what I do know is that they've recently ran out of space for the amount of things that people were hashing. So like hashtag for you was like 8 billion view, 8,000 billion, so 8 trillion views, right? Now, if you look at it, if you hashtag FYP, or for you actually, it says 0 views. How is that 0? Because it resets. So now the 8 billion people that were technically on that hashtag, because that number's there for a reason, right? Now it's 0. So now no one's seeing your for you hashtag. So don't hashtag. What do you hashtag? Misspell the word for you. If you ever notice, if you spell FPR, like for, but instead of the O, it's a P, because the key's right next to each other. A lot of people misspell for you when they type it quickly. There's millions and millions of views on misspelled for you because of that. There's so many people doing it that there's still going to be exposure. So if you see a low thing on a hashtag, don't hash it. Hash something else. If you want to hash time traveler, and time traveler has 2,000 posts, and then you hashtag time and then travel, and both of those combined are 6 million, obviously do the 6 million. You know what I mean? That's important. FYP, I think, is important, but although you got to keep your eye on that because that's going to reset soon too. The hashtags like hashtag love, hashtag live got reset, like the big ones, And once you're done, you do that, you hash it, you're good, you send the post. As soon as that thing clears and you see it come up on your page, get the fuck off the app. And no, like get out of the app. I mean, like double click, close the app. Better yet, turn your phone off if close the app and put it somewhere in your phone that's like really hard to get to. So normally say it's in your front, screen, like right here next to the Instagram. Put it like on the 3rd screen in the thing somewhere. So you'll instinctively go to get to it because you'll just be like so used to doing it. And then you'll remember, oh, no. And don't touch that shit for like 48 hours. This is the discipline. But this is also like where you can make as many TikTok accounts as you want play in. If you're doing it from the same phone, the algorithm will know because it's the same IP address. If you have a different phone, or if you have a different device in general, like a laptop or a iPad, like any tablet, anything, you can buy a tablet for like $20 on Amazon or some shit. Like go to CVS, get yourself a $39 phone. It's got Wi-Fi. You don't need a fucking card. It's good. So like you can use that to double check yourself, you know what I mean? But turn the locations off and stuff so that you could just find yourself. The phone won't know exactly where you are. Because I'm pretty sure that if you turn your location on both phones, it'll know that you're in the proximity, although it won't necessarily make that connection right away. So you have to put that phone away because now the algorithm thinks that you're on it just to post. It doesn't really think anything. It's a fucking algorithm, right? But once you do that, what it'll do is it'll boost your views. It's almost like you letting it do its job. You're like, here's my post. I'm off the app. I'm doing my thing. You do your thing. But the algorithm's like, shit, I need this person. When he logs back on, or she logs back on, I need them to engage. I want them to be like, they just can't believe they just made a post. They spent 20 minutes on the app to make the post, and then they fucking logged off. So what does it do? Well, it boosts your views. It puts you up on a platform. This is where your content has to actually be decent. You know, if you're putting shit, it's just nobody's gonna like it. So it's not gonna, you can't put you onto the next level if no one likes your shit. And the way it does it is it puts around, like, I think it's 5,000 people in your immediate area or close to your immediate area that have TikTok. And depending upon how much these 5,000 people interact with your post, it puts you onto the next 10,000, 15,000, whatever. But if your post is good and it goes past the 5,000, then obviously the 10,000 people are gonna like it too. And then they're gonna perpetuate that and perpetuate it. So it keeps growing. The better your shit is, it's easier to engage, the more you'll get. But also it's how long you've been on the app, because it won't push you past the 30,000 threshold if everyone likes it. So all the 30,000 people like it, that's what you'll say, because it'll know that you're going to be back on the app in 5 minutes, checking for it, reading comments, scrolling through, taking a poop. Once it knows that you're addicted, it'll take away the things that made you want to do it in the first place. And that I can tell you for a fucking fact. And vice versa. Once it knows that you're not addicted or playing so-and-so, playing hard to get, it will give you more boosts and more views than you deserve, or your video might deserve, just to entice you to come back on. Sounds are also very useful. And the cool thing about sounds is you'll never know what's going to go viral next. So with sounds, like, you could put a song down that you thought went well with this thing, and then, you know, you didn't get any views, and all of a sudden 2 weeks later your shit fucking explodes. What the hell? What changed? People started liking the sound, or started using that sound as a trending sound. A lot of people use sounds and they mute them just so that they could be on that page, but I have a feeling it doesn't really work that well. The other thing is I forgot. The reason that there's a recommended sound, when you go to sound, when you make a post and you go to sounds, it recommends shit for you. It's like the first one, the second one. And the things that it recommends for you aren't necessarily the things that are trending in TikTok, because there's a trending section too. You can TikTok viral, you know, all the sounds that are like going nuts right now. And the ones that it recommended you is not on there. So you're like, what the fuck? Because it knows what you're posting about. So if I post like a video, right, of me not talking, I haven't tried this yet, but nor am I gonna, because I don't give a fuck. I'm pretty sure that's how it is. With like a, let's say with a top hat on and a patch and a parrot, you know, and I'm arg, it's gonna put up Pirates of the Caribbean as one of my recommendations, because it's gonna see all the elements of a pirate, I guess, or whatever the fuck it sees. Because I've had that happen before. I've had it happen when I was trying to sneak around and it put the Mission Impossible theme. And then I did the same post, but I wasn't sneaking, and it put something else. Like, you know what I mean? So there's a reason for everything that you're seeing on TikTok to be there. And that's the algorithm trying to do whatever it can to keep you on. Once you start seeing it that way, you'll understand. But the biggest thing, like I said, is discipline. You have to discipline yourself to not pick up your phone, because even if you pick it up once, it's like opening the oven and the cake will fall. Or if you have a power outage, right? You don't open your fridge. Do not open your fridge until you absolutely need to open your fridge. Do not open your fridge, because as soon as you open your fridge after the power goes out, you lose like, I think it's like 30 or 40% of the cold that was in it. Just by one opening of the door, like a hair, because of the fact. Same thing. You log on once by accident, because you didn't put it like far away in your phone. That's it. You're addicted. I'm not saying that you are, but the algorithm knows. Then you're not getting shit. That's happened to me before too. Put your phone away for 48 hours. And if I'm wrong, you could come on here and you could bash the shit out of me. But I'm not going to be wrong, because 1, I'm not the only one saying this. 2, I've had it done for myself. And 3, it just makes sense. So we covered sounds. Yeah, I think we've covered pretty much all the basics. There's more intricate things that you could do, like times of day. But this is why I'm confident that I can make a new account have these many views. Because what you do is you record a video off of TikTok, and then you send it to people that are working with you, This is how hype houses work, and this is how people make lots and lots of money off TikTok, is because there's 20 people that literally allocate 2 hours of their day to work like a job for this. And I make a video, I send it to all these 20 people, we agree on a time, and all of us, each like all 20 of us have, let's say, 10 accounts. So that's 200 accounts. We all post on all of our accounts the same video simultaneously, so it hits the platform all at once. And then we duet each other's videos of the same video that we posted, because the algorithm is not gonna, it doesn't really compare videos like that. It just sees engagements and interactions with the video. So if these 20 videos got posted, chances are that out of those 200 videos, and they all got duetted, by the way, it's gonna skyrocket. And if it doesn't, then I'm completely wrong. But not only do I think it's going to skyrocket, I think it's going to multiply and give you so many followers all at once that the algorithm won't, I'm sure it won't care what's understanding, but it might not understand what's going on. Like, what the fuck? And I'm like, if I just thought of this now, then people have thought of it before and they're already doing it, you know? So this is not hacking the system. This is not doing anything other than using what you know about it to take advantage for yourself. Because if you don't, it will take advantage of you. That is why TikTok has a safety, mental health, mental well-being section. There's a timer on TikTok that you could time yourself for how much time you spent on the app. And then it'll come up and it'll give you a little alarm and it says, hey, you set your alarm for 2 hours. You can't continue unless you put your code in. Because people literally like spend their lives on this. Like it's a really, really efficient program, but that's how I know that it could be manipulated, because it manipulates people. Like if you show me a person that makes the uncrackable safe, I will immediately show you a person that will crack that safe. Because that's what a safe is. A safe isn't there. Safe isn't made to hold money or hold things safe for you. A safe is made to be not able to be cracked. It's not fireproof. It's not for that. It's so nobody can get in there. And if it's made by a human being so that no other human being can get in there, law of balance states that there will be a human being that is going to get in there, and so on and so forth. It's just the way it is. It has to be. The fact that the safe exists, I know that there's somebody that exists that can crack it. You know what I mean? So the same thing with this algorithm. You got to play it right. And like I'm just, like I said, I'm shooting from the hip. I'm letting you guys know what I know. As I keep going with this, I'll understand and I'll tell you more. But so far, I'm pretty on point with all of this. Because I just opened up 9 accounts. And out of the 9 accounts, I did certain steps with certain ones, and they have done well, and the other ones haven't. But there's obviously other parameters and factors that are involved, but for the most part, it's this. Oh, and also, if it's a new account, like brand new, it should be your second video, not your first. Just like the Open Table. Like when you go to Yelp or Open Table, it doesn't register your first review, it registers your second or your third review. Because it wants to make sure that you're out actually being legit. So same thing here. There are, like I said, exceptions. Yes, if it's a banging video, the first one out, it'll get views. But I think for the most part, it's the second one. And also, if you're doing a part 2, part 3 video, first of all, there's a way to do it. You could do more than 1 minute now, but you got to actually have to know a little coding. So if you don't want to do that, just however many parts you have for your thing, don't have a part 1. Just start with part 2. Trust me, like it's crazy. Always mention the word "you" in the post within the first 5 seconds, because that boosts views by like 66%. Like people will watch the rest of the video if you say just the word "you" or you write the word "you," but it's better to say it.